year. So,
Well, how did they get the Blue Coats name? Did you want- Yes.
Well,
no, please. Go ahead.
well, you know, it's the 76ers, 87ers,
Right.
and it was looking too much. You know, sometimes you want
Yeah.
to have your own identity.
Right,
And that's
right.
the one thing that they realized, that they needed to give us our own identity and something that was truly homegrown.
I like
and
that,
the Blue
yeah.
Coats, Caesar Rodney,
Right.
that's Delaware.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Caesar Rodney is self-explanatory, and the Blue Coats were like the Green Berets
Exactly.
and the Revolution.
And
So
the
the guys that
right,
wore those
right.
blue coats with some bad mama jammers. So that's what we're putting on the court.
Right,
We
I
putting
like
some
that.
bad mama jammers on the
Court,
court.
yeah. I like that. I
And
like
we gonna call them the Blue Coats, and we gonna go to work. And we ready to just take this league by storm.
That's right.
I think everybody embraced the new name. I know, because you know, you've been saying that name for 4 years, and then he came out with Blue Coats. And I got to give a shout out to my guy Alex Yo, because he has a book this thick. And he did all the breakdown and the history and all. I said, man, who got that kind of time to figure all this stuff out? And but I was glad that he came up with it. I'm looking forward to the mascot presentation and all these great things. And
Right.
it's just going to be amazing, man. When we finally unveil the team. And if you go to the website Sixers.com/Bluecoats, and they got the replica of what the uniforms look like.
Yep.
They are unreal.
I love them.
I know you ain't played in the wild, but you gonna get one uniforms. You gonna want one of them uniforms. You gonna like, honey, swipe the card,
Yeah.
get me
Right,
the shorts
right.
and that jersey. No, they are going to be unreal. They're beautiful. Right? They took
Is that right?
They took a lot of time with the design, so I'm really excited. I think the players are going to feel good in it, and it's going to make them want to play. Because you know they say you only play as good as you look sometimes.
Right,
So
right,
we gonna
right.
look good.
Always right. They can come out.
Yes, we gonna look good.
I got to get Major Harrison and Ted Bluntman to come
Yeah.
down and see you guys.
Yeah, we're bringing them back. Okay.
Yeah,
Three,
we're going to
three,
start
three,
going to some
three.
games together. I'm personally going to get those guys and start
man.
coming to the games.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be, that'll be our hangout, man.
There it is.
Come on with
There
it.
it
Come
is.
on with it.
Yeah.
So now you also have a draft. Do you have a
It's coming up on the 20th.
Okay.
Correct? August the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, August 20th would be our draft.
October.
You mean October?
October 20th. I'm sorry. Lord.
okay.
October 20th. Yeah, so it's coming
That'll
up.
be the G League draft.
Yes, the G League draft.
And
we
so
already had that.
what are the qualifications or in order to be able?
It's very similar to the NBA. You have to have graduated high school. You don't have to be removed for 1 year, so you don't have that whole, one and done rule that the NBA has. So if you actually have graduated and you're of age, which 18 years old is the age, you
Right.
can come and try out. We've actually just completed our tryouts at the
we had
in
3
September.
tryouts.
Yep.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
are a Delaware baller and you still have those hoop dreams, we
Dreams,
still
right?
hold tryouts, still looking for, talent that we might have missed, in the draft, players that might have been overlooked. So
Right.
You know, they're at the point now because we had all our tryouts on September 1st, 8th, and the 15th. And then we had our callbacks.
Oh,
So
okay.
right now the draft is for those guys who has those agents, so to speak.
Right, right.
And now
Gotta
they're
get
in
that.
that pool, and we get an opportunity to draft, and that's above our pay grade.
a little bit.
Yeah.
That's above our pay grade.
Right, exactly. Now, those guys who do the two-way players, some of those guys, finances, man, it looks pretty good. I saw a couple guys, you get like a bonus if your team makes it to the
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just because they came down, because they got drafted by the NBA, they still hold all their
Oh,
rights.
okay.
of
They're
the
still
player.
NBA players.
Right.
So they
Yeah.
don't lose their money or
Exactly.
anything. So they
Okay.
still keep whatever contract they negotiated there. And they're just the
Okay.
two-way players because it's just a time of playing down there. And maybe they might not because of for development reasons. Instead of
Okay.
just sitting there on the bench, they can get down here
Right.
and really get a chance to just come, like I say, get the game and book.
Because you have to think
Right,
that the
right,
Sixers, the
right.
Sixers have championship aspirations this season. So you have to imagine that Brett Brown actually has his 7, 8, 9-man roster
Right.
already, you know, kind of like in place. And these guys is trying to find a way to get into that rotation. So what better way to showcase your skills if you're not getting that time on the NBA level is to go down and put in work in the G League. And if I see you doing this down here, maybe I can bring you up and see if you can add some fire, you know, coming off the bench that way. So like he was saying, it's just, you know, how much hunger you got, how much fire you have.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that impressed me, I read some information this morning. You guys are pushing education. There's a golden opportunity for guys who did maybe 2 years or whatever they did in college. They can go back, and it was a section in it that said that they would assist them in going back to school. Is that something that you guys do as well?
Well, you have to realize the G League is part of the NBA. So a lot of those same benefits that the NBA players get a lot.
Got you.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah.
And the good thing was the G League and specifically the Delaware Bluecoats as a whole pushes education in the community. We had a great program that we had with Nemours A.I. DuPont Hospital for Children. We call it the Reed 87 program, where we went to Balls Elementary, Eisenberg Elementary, Elba Palmer Elementary, Bancroft Elementary, and Richardson Elementary. And we went to those classrooms and read to the kids. The players came and actually read. And the beauty of that program that we have in place is that we didn't give any kid a book. Those kids got to go up and pick out their own book at the end of that session. And we left books, and you know, because their goal was to create a library for these kids at home. You know what I mean? And because we all know that this generation is this generation.
Right. All day long.
You know, and I love that the push for us as the Bluecoats, which is so high, is way up here when it comes to being engaged with the schools. And those 6 schools that we engage with, we're looking to bring on more schools. And because our goal is to reach every school we can and put those books into these kids' hands so they have something that's living and breathing in front of them and not just electronically. So we never stop with the education piece.
Tell them about the Education Day games and you know, how we turn it back with basketball.
You're looking at November the 20th, we talk about Joel Embiid bobblehead night. That usually, last year, I think we had like 4 Education Day games. And they were all, they were, I think 3 or 2 of them were at Wells Fargo.
2 Wells Fargo.
2 at the Bob.
I saw that.
And those kids in those schools got to come to the Wells Fargo Center or the Bob Carpenter Center, and when they got to actually see a full basketball game. It was a regular scheduled game, but they also, each school got to walk away. I think we give like 10 cases of books to those schools for those kids, so they can have it in their school, courtesy of the Bluecoats, courtesy of A.I. DuPont Nemours Hospital for Children. So we're very adamant about it. I think there's a mandate across the board that they want to push this, and we still have many books that we're looking to get out into the communities, and we're just excited. We go to these different events. I'm out there in the communities, and the one thing we want is, I love the look of a kid when he's trying to make that decision, what book should I pick up? And it's just a beautiful thing. I did something with Kumba Academy. And they had a book fair there, and I got to read to the kids. And it's something that these kids had money to purchase books. And I was like, wow, this is what we really need to do more of. So I love that when the Bluecoats can send me out to the community at A.I. DuPont Hospital. I got to read to the patients, the kids. And and I read Clifford. Who doesn't love Clifford?
Right.
And it has big words.
Can't trip up on it,
The words are really big, you know what I mean? So it's just, and to see those kids, they come down, they're little, not feeling good, but then we just there laughing and joking, and they're telling me about a dog they might have home and things of that nature. So I get to see that, and then the players, if you ever want to see a 7-foot kid, a 7-foot guy reading to little kids, it's just the most funniest thing you ever want to see. And our players are very engaging. They're not putting on there's no TV cameras in the classroom. There's nobody following us around. It's not that it's mad. This is something that they want to do, and they love to do it. And so we are really, we're excited. We did something with DCAD. We did something down in Wilmington. Our mayor was there. The whole night we gave away books to that community. We're just engaged into pushing to this community. And with the new facility being right here in Wilmington, the relationships that we're building, not only with the city and Newcastle County and the different programs in this area, and like I said, and we welcome any area, Kent County. We come on down, Sussex. Come on down if you want to be a part of what we're doing.
They will.
You can go to Sixers.com/Bluecoats. Reach out to us. My name is Joe Richmond, Ambassador of Basketball for the Blue Coats, and it's 302-509-5059. Contact me. Let's talk and have some fun, because that's all we're talking about. We're talking about having fun. It's enough negativity going on.
Yes, it is.
And
yes,
right now, the Blue Coats, we are all about being positive.
Absolutely.
You will not come in that facility and ask someone a question and you get blowed off. They don't play that. We don't blow you off. We don't act like we got something important to do.
Right.
You are the most important person to us.
Okay.
You, that little kid, that little young lady, and that's what I love about us. And we all do it. We're all engaged. You'll see us. This ain't going to be the same Nate you see during game day.
Right.
This guy's going to be all over the place.
Right,
He's going to be all over the place.
Right.
And that's what we love to do. And we'll pick up where somebody else might have left off. And that's the one thing, because that's what a team is all about.
Yep. And we're actually having another Education Day game this season as well. December 3rd. Unfortunately, the building won't be open in December. We all know that, but we're still going to do our Education Day thing. We're still going to have books. Last year we had an anti-bullying theme, you know, with bullying being a major problem in our schools nowadays. Yep, so we did that last season. It was a big hit, big success. Administrators in school loved it. This year we're switching it up a little bit. Our theme this year is going to be career development. All right, so we're going to have a lot of the vendors come out that we did last season. We're going to have things like the Brandywine Zoo, Delaware Children's Museum, you know, just to name a couple. They're going to come out. They're going to have exhibits
Art
for the kids to
museum,
come and experience that and see that, you know, right there as they're enjoying the game as well. So, yeah, December 3rd, if you're interested in having your school come out, give us a call. We
What's your
definitely
number?
wants to see 302-351-5373.
You got to slow down. Say that again.
I'm sorry, 302-351-5373. Be more than happy to put a group together for you guys to come out and enjoy Education Day game. We'll take groups as small as 10 people. We'll take them as big as 800 kids. You know, if you want to bring them, we'll make some room for them.
And that's at the 76ers.
This year it's going to be at the Bob Carpenter Center again. It's going to be our last Education Day game at the Bob Carpenter Center.
That's great, man.
But yep.
So the principals of the schools can use it as an incentive. Those kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's a big.
Yeah,
if you want your kids to have perfect attendance for a semester.
Exactly.
If you want your kids to honor roll, principals list, things like that, incentivize the kids. Let them know that there's a short term reward for all the hard work they put in. Sometimes I think that type of stuff helps. Sometimes they may drive kids to do a little bit better when they're doing average. So
Right. But it's a good reward to get them to, you talked about anti-bullying. See, if you change your attitude, your behavior, your character, now you're going to get an opportunity to go to a basketball game in the afternoon, get your popcorn, hot dogs,
chips.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you can get it again now if you do what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So that changes that school climate.
Yes.
Particularly, I call them the 10%ers. Just always got some problem. You look out in your office, you come out, they got an office full. Here come another
Like there's a new classroom in the office.
There's my new classroom. I just talked to you yesterday, boy. What's going on? Yeah. So I like that.
Yes, and that's the one thing, and like I said, you got some great minds that have put together. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind the different themes, because we always had some great themes.
Right.
Because we had SpongeBob night, we had Star Wars night, we had Marvel's night,
Right,
we had the Black Panther, we had everybody there. So, a lot of great thought goes into all these different themes.
Right.
And a lot of things that we do, like last year we had basketball clinics for the kids at the game. At the game.
At the game.
During the game, it was a basketball clinic going on the side. So while the players are playing, the kids were actually playing and learning basketball on the side. And the one thing that you said that we are driven behind is a lot of things that you realize that we put together. It's all about accountability.
Yes.
And we have to teach our kids to have some accountability.
Absolutely,
You know, mom
man.
and dad are out there doing what they need to do.
Exactly.
Your job is to take care of the classroom.
Exactly,
And that's what
yeah.
we're focused on when we talk about the education piece.
Yeah, I
when we
like
talk
that.
about the kids coming in, when the players come in. And that's what the players talk about you in that classroom. You're a team.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody on your team is not doing right in class, we need to talk about that
Oh,
because we're a
yeah.
team. And that's what we're excited about. The new
Makes a
direction, what we're
difference.
doing and going into different communities
Sure.
is really about all of us coming together. We're all really one team. We're going back to that old adage, it takes a village to raise them. And we're part of that village now. And we're here to stay, and we're excited.
You have
So
camps too, yeah.
as of right now, the 76ers we did our camps through the 76ers this summer. We're looking forward to going through next year and hosting, eventually hosting Blue Coat camps. But right now, because the facility's not going and during basketball season, there's nothing
Right,
going on.
right.
But going into the summer, that is something that they're definitely looking into.
That's powerful, man. I like
Yes.
that.
Well, I found it interesting when doing our reading, the fact that you think of just the players, but you also have training for the officials, offset, all that takes place in that G League.
Yep.
And I didn't realize that because mainly I was focused just on thinking that it was just about those getting on the court.
No, it's for all of us. You
But-
know, he was love to be the account executive for the 76ers. Everybody,
That's your goal.
right? Everybody,
Right.
we all got to have a goal. It's
Gotta
always that
have
next
that.
level. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's the one thing about everybody being there. So that's one thing that you brought that up because that's the point I was trying to make. You're going to always get 110% because every game, every opportunity is for you're being interviewed all over again, every game. You're auditioning over and over every game, not just the
Right.
players, everybody. So you got to come with your A game.
Yeah.
Can't come in late, can't come in lazy, can't come in sluggish.
Right.
Just like the players got to give 110% because
They
two
wanna
things,
go up,
two
yeah.
things you got to bring to the table over here: energy and effort. We can teach you the rest.
Right, right.
But you got to bring the energy and the effort, and that's what that excites us. And Nate is always out. We did an event for the city in Wilmington, right down in Rodney Square. Me,
Yes,
you, and
yes,
Mike
yeah.
was there.
Wilmington Love, I believe
Wilmington
what it was.
Love, yes. And just to watch, to see his, the funniest thing, because I always see him in the office. So, you know, to see him run across people that he sold tickets to, it's just amazing that energy level is like, hey, like, you know, because you see him as a regular person dressed in some jeans or something.
Yeah, you see him
And that's
in a
what we
different
love about
light,
it. And they allow us to get out and engage.
Absolutely.
As you see them here tonight. And that's the one thing that they're, you know, is never. We're with an organization that can't is not in your vocabulary. A dumb question is not in their that's not a part of it. We need to know, and they allow everyone to grow. They allow everyone, like I like to say, to breathe.
Yeah,
You don't have to walk around walking on eggshells.
Right. You all don't brush
No.
anybody off.
No,
Yeah.
where we had all the eggshells are already broke, so you can walk any way you want.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good message for the kids in school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Energy and effort.
Yes.
Well, then, like you said, and that's the beauty in that G League. When I read that this morning, I mean, even the referees, they're trying to get to the big league, and those guys in there training hard.
Yeah.
Even the trainers, it's
Yes,
like
yes.
you get this down pat, you could end up with the 76ers.
Man, we got
That
some
was
great
it.
trainers.
Oh,
Dan
God,
is just
man.
and Cliff. We got some great guys. We even have one of our guys, Ty Abbott, is now one of our strength and conditioning. He was a player a couple years back.
Oh, really?
So they keep everything in house. Everything is family. And if you're looking to transition to something, they're the first ones to encourage you.
Oh, okay.
So if you was in concession and you want to now do, they will man, they are the first ones to encourage you. They will not stunt anyone's growth or anyone's opportunity. They will be
Okay.
the first ones. What do you want to do? We're going to find a way to get it there for you, just like they do for the players.
Right,
It don't stop
right.
with the players. A lot of people think it's just the players, but no. I love the way they put this together, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Oh, you should be. Yeah, you guys. I mean, when I read that this morning, I was like, man, I really missed out on that. I mean, when you really get to see the
Yes,
nuts
sir.
and bolts,
Right.
how
Yes,
this thing is put together.
Yes, sir.
And it takes something like the G League to to get people to realize that there's other avenues.
Yes.
I mean, you know, like for me personally, you know, hey, I didn't have the makeup to be and play in sports, you know, and so I had to pursue, you know, my sports dream in another avenue. You know, the G League right now is providing that, you know, that vehicle for me, you know, and it's doing it for a whole lot of people, like Joe's been saying.
Right,
All they want to see is put in energy and effort, and everything else is going to fall into place.
Well, he could go out there and definitely mimic Bush, the football player.
Oh my God!
What's his
like
name?
Reggie Bush?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you met me. It was like, looking like Reggie Bush.
Look like Reggie Bush. I first saw him. I said, "What are you doing?"
I know he would have mimicked that paycheck.
Right, right. That's right. That's right. He's sitting over there eating, you know, crackers and cheese. I'm looking at this brother. He said, "What this guy looking at me like this for?" I came over to you. I said, "Man, you Reggie Bush?" He said, "No."
I think I told him the same thing. I wish I had Reggie Bush brain.
Man, oh man.
Oh, boy, that was something.
It's amazing. I mean, you know, just to touch on one other thing, you look at Coach Brett Brown. He just had a coaching clinic.
Okay.
He invited all the coaches from the area. It's all free. And you came over to the 76ers practice facility in Camden.
Right.
And it was all you had to do was go online and sign up, and you were in. And it cost you a dime. And that was to anybody, high school, rec, college, male, female coaches alike. And then you had all the assistants teaching. You had the G League coaches down there watching. And this is the culture that they're building, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful because they want this to let them know this is all one community. The basketball community.
We really appreciate you guys coming on.
I might suit him up and send him.
You see that uniform, girl? I'm telling you.
Send him over.
Yeah. Well, in any event, you know, we want to thank you for coming, and we learned so much this evening. And I'm hoping, and I know our viewing audience really appreciated what you guys are doing, what you explained to them, what my wife was trying to get across. I think it's just been a wonderful evening, and we're going to sign off, and we'll be back on in November. And we want to say, please come out and support the Blue Coats basketball program, which will be down near the train station, and so we got to support it. There's a beautiful sign up right now, Delaware Blue Coats. And the young man just explained how beautiful those uniforms are. I can't wait to see one. And again, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, anytime you want to come on, you're going to be here.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, appreciate it.
Second Sunday of each month.
Man, we appreciate it. Join the revolution. The Blue Coats are coming.